And here we go. For the side of Resin, we have Shima, Legendary, Ragnar, Lucian, Defense, Castilla, Jinan, Colombo. For the side of RSTC, we have Delny, Lucian, Grozovoy, Condi, Goliath, Colbert, and Vermont. Now, important thing to remember as we look at this setup is the fact that both the Condi and Vermont are flagships. You can have multiple flagships, but you must stay under the point total. And so, they chose to bring in those two, but now they have to be careful that if they lose, they're down a lot of ships quickly on their picks. More standard setup for the side of Resin. The Colombo has been coming into more prominence in the tournament because it's cheaper in terms of points and its value is still high. But still very much a game of whether you bring the battleship or not. Looks like as we've gotten further into the tournament, the battleships have been settled in on, as you should definitely bring them. And let's take a look at this blind fire here. Oh, that was really close to hitting the Downey. Best players in the world know how to blind fire well. Looks like we're going to see, as we go back out to wider view, we're going to see a Lucian Goliath outside for RSTC. Shima Jinan is playing the same thing, just you have to deal with the fact that the Jinan is going to be very, very easy for the Goliath to absolutely crack with AP. Other than that, looks like both teams focusing towards A. Delny, Grozovoy, Conde, and Colbert all sprinting out there. Delny and Grozovoy are going to have the disadvantage of they have a high spotting range. Grozovoy is only 6, which is nice, that the Delny at 7.4 versus the Lucian at 5.8. Ragnar's at 7.5, but it balances that with having that radar, which none of RSTC has anywhere. So this does give a slight advantage over here to the side of Resin to start the game. And so we're going to watch as stuff comes in. And here comes the fight of day. Now, Delny is obviously going to get there. An advantage of the Delny is that it's got that heal along with the boost. So he's going to get in here. He's going to ram the rock, use that to turn him around inside the cap. But he's got to be careful because you can see that line from the Ragnar ever so slowly creeping closer. It means Ragnar's going to be spotted soon. Delny. And that's a really beautiful positioning there. Doesn't even hit the rock, just starts to back up. Watch for the spot coming in here. Remember, Delny has that 7.4 kilometer detection, so this is going to be nigh on for both of them. Ragnar radars early, just a hair too early. They'll catch the Delny, but will they have the shot? There's the spot. Do they have the shots? Shots come in. Not in time, though. And Zyrindi does take 1,500 in damage, but he manages to get the cap. And now this becomes an issue because they couldn't quite stop the cap, even though the radar's there. And Colombo might be about to. Delny breathes a sigh of relief that he only takes one hit from that. Because of that, now you have the challenge of the Lucian of Eagle Lance has to stay in that cap, or it's ticking points. They didn't manage to stop him from taking it, and that is a critical first step for RSTC if they want to win this game. Colbert, Conde, Grozovoy going out wide. They're going to run to the Castilla Ragnar defense, and you can see the Lucians backed out of the cap. Meanwhile, over here, Jinan has been spotted, but they've spotted the Lucian for it. Shells are coming in, landing just all around the Lucian, but not hitting. And so Lucian manages to get away. Jinan of Hungary is spotted. Shimakaze of Mad Dog did take a little bit of damage, but still anyone's game. As we look over here, you can see that Castilla's been spotted, and Vifire down already 5th of his health. Conde is just going to feast on that Spanish ship. Castilla does not have a great ability to deal with a Conde. The problem is between its armor and the Conde's ability to turn, it can really mess up the Castilla's attempts. Conde is going to get farmed down a bit here. Now, that being said, if the Conde shows broadside to him, that will happen, which Alcatel regretting that broadside turn, and then the defense comes in. This is... Oh, and Vifire has the... he has the burst fire ready. It's not the kill yet, but man, that out turn there. He doesn't get into the smoke, and that's really going to drive it close to being a dead Conde. Critical misstep. He gets an early lead on Vifire. Here come the Colombo shots in. They're just going to miss. He gets dark, but he only has 5,000 health. He only has 5,000 health. And now Eagle Lance and Zyron have spotted each other. The Downey is taking the worst end of this trade right now. He's already started using a heal. Lucian is using the heal as well. But here comes the Vermont to help. Shots are in. Vermont with a 3k hit. Now that lead's starting to build for the Downey. And Downey with that armor is making it so that he's got to switch to AP. Here come the ripple fire shots from the Colombo. Couple in. Balances that fight a little bit. The Lucian's still lower. He is going to have the longer heal though. Heal for the Downey's done. He'll max at 12,000 right now. Heal for the Lucian is... still ticking, probably going to tick him up to about 12,000, 13,000. And so early advantage right now for the side of Resin. They got A-Cap, even though A-Cap is now being stopped by the Colbert streaming into the middle. Though he's got to watch for the Castilla shots here. Shots come in, takes 5k in damage. But they've got the lead, they've got the health lead. And I mean, your Condi is healing, but he has been absolutely... his effectiveness has just been cut in half. Because now he doesn't have the ability to tank. Conde is great because it can tank and deal tons of damage. Now it can just tank. And Colbert's got to watch there. Colbert's at an angle where he still might be able to be citadeled. And so Vifire continuing to take damage. Grozvoy moving up. Conde is spotted. Max is at 14 right now. Shots out from the defense of Feva. Feva gets him down to 10. And they really, really want this Conde. It's going to be tight. He speeds forward. Does he get out of these shot lines? A is taken by that Colbert. Shots in on him. Down to 7,000, but it's not enough for the kill. And Alcatel, after that early misstep, doing a beautiful job of keeping himself alive. Thing to watch, though, is that it's 30 seconds to the heal. If the Ragnar can land a few shots, defense lands another one. This will be it, actually. He's doing very well to get out more damage, but he's really got to get this dodge. If he misses this dodge right here, it's game. Oh, 8 health! 8 health! Shots are in. Can the Ragnar find him? They find him! He's left on 8 health, but the Ragnar of Big Boy does find the kill. First blood over to Resin. They are now up 70 points. That lead is dissipating due to the loss of A, though. And now the defense of Feva has to smoke up to get himself into safety. Big Boy playing very well out here on the flank. He now focuses on to the Downey. Brings the Downey down to 11-4. And the Grozovoy is at 19-5 and healing, but both are spotted, continuing to spam down shots there and try to force them back. This has allowed Vifire also to move up. Meanwhile, on the other flank, the Shimu took another fight and lost some health. Jinan as well. Lucian down to 18,000 after heal. Says he definitely didn't have a good time. Watch the Goliath here. Goliath, if he turns at all, is going to be prime target for these Torps. He's trying to turn. But did he go too far? Looks like he went too far. Oh, and Clancy has taken 2 Torps. He sails right into them. Down to 35,000. Forced to DCP. And now the Hydra's popped. He'll avoid the second salvo. Hungria in danger, though. He's spotted. Can he get the turn off quick enough? He will get the turn off quick enough. Goliath of Clancy going to turn and dodge. Health has been brought back to virtually even, and you can see this Vermont moving up now in the mid. Colombo and Vermont moving up. Watch for a potential ram here. Watch for the potential ram here. Colombo looks like he's just going for it straight in. If they get the Vermont under 90,000 health, I suspect that they go for the ram. Because this is buying time for your other ships. Your defense is going to be able to come around on the Colbert here, if he wants. You get rid as soon as the Vermont's gone, because you remove that hold. The Lucian and Goliath are hurting and don't have a push in. Here come the shots at the or no, they're going for... There's the Ram. They're going for the Castilla. Shots in towards the Castilla. Oh, and they're just short. And now you can immediately see Feva moving straight up because he knows his job now that mid has been cleared is to go in and deny A. Narrow lead to RSTC, though. Here come the shots on the Colbert. Colbert knew this was coming. He moves well, but he gets Citadel down to 21,000. Feva does have heal ready. And Mizuha has to move forward. But the problem is, as soon as he leaves A, that cap is claimed back. Goliath about to run out of Hydro. He will dodge those torps again. Lucian moving forward. And here comes the torp dump from the side of Eagle Lance. Mizuha is going to see these torps courtesy of RPF. Can he get a dodge line, though? That's a really nice torp salvo. Looks like, unfortunately, there's just enough of a gap there. And so, 70-point lead for the side of RSTC. Defensive Feva moves into A, and now it becomes a game of time. There's the cap tick. It will be enough if they take the cap, but you got to watch the Delny and the Grozovoy, and the Lucian has to run. And this is a problem because you're starting to see this pinch happen onto the Genon. Goliath and Colbert starting to pinch onto the Genon. And so Colbert of Mizuha will see where the defense is. There's the cap take. It's now a 30-second advantage for the side of RESIN. Castilla moving back up to try to engage that Colbert. Fortunately for him, it's going to take some time. Now, he will keep spotted, but like I said, it's just this ever so close push here. Moving towards B. And the Shimikaze spotted, and he's in real danger right now. Mad Dog gets chunked. But look at the Lucian. Lucian opens up, and remember, that AP can absolutely Citadel on sides. Colbert down. Lucian, Eagle Lance fighting. Here come the defense shots. 4,000. We're going to go into widescreen so we can see both fights, but it looks like the Colbert goes down. They're not going to get the Lucian of Eagle Lance. And because Castilla and defense get out there in just the right amount of time, Shima will survive. Jinan of Hungary, though, now in trouble. Lucian about to move into the cap and deny it. But he's taking damage for it. And you're going to see the Shiva start to back up here and spot the Lucian again. There's the cap tick. And here comes the fight. Lucian in danger. He's trying to get the Shima. It's just not going to be enough. And that will do it. Game 1 goes to the side of RESIN. They kill the Lucian. There it is. They're up 1-0 and 1 game away from moving on in loser's bracket.
We stand victorious.